Side of Lincoln. Come on, I know you know this. Night is black, it's the coffee he was drinking. Sing it, Whiskers. And in the waitress' eyes he sees the same old light is shining. Come on. The face of Colorado and a girl he left behind him. He said, I want to see you again, but I'm stuck in colder weather. Maybe tomorrow will be better. Can I call? What? What? I didn't think it was that bad. Never gonna change. You got a gypsy soul to blame, and you were born for leaving. Man, fuck you then, Whiskers. Well, it's a winding road when you're with the fat ass cat. I'm a runner, we go round and round. I don't know, why the fuck am I still singing this? And I love you, but I like it. So good though, Zach Brown, that motherfucker. You know it's you that calls me back here, kid. Hey. Oh shit. Oh shit, what am I excited about? Oh, it's the 27th. 27th is coming up. Oh, I told you I was coming for you, you fucking little bitch-made motherfuckers. But I'm stuck in colder weather. Maybe tomorrow will be better. Not for Mettenhauser or URDS. I ain't ever gonna change, little bitches. When I was born for leaving, I was born for whooping that ass. What are you gonna do? When I close my eyes, I see you. No matter where I am, I can smell your perfume through these whispering pines. Oh, you're back now? I'm with your ghost again. Sing it to Mettenhauser now. Weather, I know soon we'll be together, and I can't wait till then. I can't wait till. Told you I was coming. Hey Siri, shut up. That was so fucking rude. I'm talking to Siri like I'm gonna talk to these clowns. That wasn't even the reason for this. Me and Whiskers I'm blaming it on the cat. It's not the cat's fault. I have a major malfunction. I have a penchant for truth. I get all giddy when I get to stand in it, and despite all the efforts made, it's gonna come front and center. I still don't know how exactly, but I like surprises. I knew it would the entire time. Anywho, that's happening. So I hope whoever can, I promise I won't sing if you show up on the 27th. I don't know what's going to happen there. The judge gave us the whole day, so I'm sure it'll be me steamrolling these fucking clowns like I did last time. I hope they bring it. I hope his attorneys bring a team this time so I can embarrass all of them. Seriously, it was sad. It was a sad thing to see, but it wasn't. You know what I mean? Because it was like when he was trying to tell me, it's a yes or no question. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. If you're going to ask me a question, this is what I told him. I said, if you're going to ask me a question about a document that was signed and then the circumstances were changed by your client, you're going to listen to the fucking answer. That's what you're going to do. Now sit down. And he sat down. His objection was overruled. I don't think I said fucking though. I don't think Judge Moore would stand for that. But, you know, it got heated like that. And there'll be more of that because I'm not taking any shit. I'm definitely smarter, you know, and because I haven't been infringed upon by the curriculum that teaches judges and attorneys that you can say this, you can't say this, that case law is what. Why are we deciding cases based on past? Like the future is so much different than the past was. Like, why are we still voting the way we vote archaically? Like, what the fuck? I don't care if blockchain can be hacked in the future. It can't now, and it's way better than what the fuck we use now. Way more efficient. Why aren't we using it? Why are we still using fossil fuel? Because what you hear is it would break the economy. No, it wouldn't break the economy. It would break their fucking economy. This isn't our economy. It never was our economy. We're the pawns in the economy. We're there to take the hits. We're there to get sick when they want us to be sick. We're there to buy their medicine at 6,000% markup. Even if it kills us, we're there to fucking to get their vehicles, the loans on the vehicles, in the economy where they set the prices just high enough to be above the median income to where you have to get a loan, where they also set the interest, where they also set the inflation. It's their economy. This entire thing is their economy. Big insurance is the biggest one. It's one of the biggest financial rapes on the American public in the history of this country. What's insurance for? Yeah, it's great to have when you get in an accident. Blah. Did you think that's why they mandate it? Why the government, which is unconstitutional, but why they fucking you know why they mandate it? Because all of the people that have the loans on your property, they want to make sure that gets brought back to par. That's why insurance is mandated, not for your ass. They don't give a fuck about you. In fact, this is what I do all the time, is I fight these insurance companies who like to steal the premiums. So the government makes you get insurance, and then they let them steal the insurance from you. Lemonade's going to learn real quick that that ain't happening on my fucking watch. We're going to make an example out of them. And AACP's been all over my shit, so it's I told you motherfuckers, you don't want it with me. Like, I was a father fucking fighting for his life and his kids' lives. You better get to killing, because I knew I had to let these guys do this shit. I knew I could have stopped it. There was something in me that said you just have to go this route. You have to suffer a little. And it wasn't really, I don't know that it was suffering, because what happened was the outpouring from community was amazing. Still is. Like, over here, like, if it wasn't for the compassion of the community, I wouldn't be able to do this. For the compassion of my children, the compassion of their mother, even though she's in her feelings right now. You know what I mean? Everybody gets stressed out by this fucking system, and that's okay. And I know why. I know clearly why. It's no coincidence that I had to work the way that I did to get on the other side of PTSD, and now I understand the brain and the way that I understand it, how it functions, that my ability to have conversations that are tough, and see in somebody's eyes when they've gone offline, and understand, rather than get triggered like I used to, take it as an infringement. I understand, they're gone. Let me ask them some questions. You know what I mean? Like, there's no mistake there. That's the fact that I'm even out here right now believing. I believe. I know that what I got right now, like the ideas that I have, will change it. I know for a fact. I know the insurance concept that I have will dismantle big insurance almost instantly. So that's a conversation saved for billionaires, because we'll gobble up the entire market share of the premium holders almost immediately. Like, that's no bullshit. Within 3 months, so I need some billions back in that play, but and also somebody who's not scared. But then the We the People thing, the ticker, building community through this ticker, showing each other what our value is to their economy, not our economy. They don't give a fuck about us. When their economy goes bad, they steal our money. What was that bailout? They stole our money. They said, "Oh shit, we're gonna have to blow this economy out of the water soon. So let's get it. We need a cash grab." They did a cash grab. Pandemic. What did they do? Cash grab. What do you see? What are the businesses that you see going up right now, that seem to be thriving. Urgent cares, they're all over the motherfucking place now. Storage facilities, U-Hauls. Do you see prices going down? No, they're going up. Who's paying for these? Like extended stay hotels and corporations, the big ones. See how that play works? See how that play works when you become beholden to that corporation just for your basic survival? Every bit of this it's formulaic. This is the same greed base that's been there since day one. They've grown in numbers, not many, but it's the same greed base. And their entire function, I've realized that Earth, the planet Earth, is a profit center for human suffering. Everything they do is to keep us suffering. Everything they do. When they withhold information, they've known the things that I just learned, 5-6 years ago in terms of psychology and what I had to go through viscerally to get to where I am. They've known it for centuries, and they've played on it. They played on it because they're cowards. They're cowardly little people that know they don't have any inherent value. They do, because every human does, but they, they're scared because all they've done is steal our natural resources. You know what I mean? Why? You could build a kid today could build a Tesla coil in your backyard. You wouldn't have to pay for electricity. You know that shit flies through the air, right? Electricity and magnetism should be separate. But when they stole the patent from Tesla, they needed to throw a little monkey wrench into the program, and they didn't want anybody getting too savvy with how that. Anyway, you build a Tesla coil yourself and have your own energy. It's in the air. Why are we paying these motherfuckers for it? The prices that they dictate when they dictate. Fossil fuel. Fuck that shit. Don't need it, haven't needed it in 50, 60, about 50, 60 years we could have done away with it. But it would have upended their economy, their stocks, their company. And it's never them that loses. It's always us. It's always us that loses. So, why the fuck is anybody paying attention to this fucking P. Diddy shit? You know what they did the first time they threw P. Diddy? They didn't even put him in jail, but the first time they threw his name out there, the 2024 Surveillance Act, you're familiar? If not, then stop fucking watching P. Diddy, because who gives a fuck? I don't even know if he committed a crime. Last I heard, he might be getting indicted for transporting, this is what I heard, transporting influencers, web influencers, across state lines to talk shit and making them talk. What the fuck? What? Nobody finds it even slightly coincidental. Even slightly coincidental that that's right now. You don't think somebody's fucking setting the fucking stage for where? Look, neither party can get in. We could stop it. We could stop it all right now. We could stop the entire fucking run if every or the majority of humans in this country that vote were to go out on election day and vote for anything but the two parties. Anything. Anybody is better than what we have right now. Any fucking buddy. Like a kid off the street is better than what the fuck we have right now. So if everybody were to go out right now and vote for anything but the two, we would have a whole fucking community of newly elected officials that are beholden to us because they know who got them there. Us. You can't cheat that election. There's power in numbers. They just know we're too pussy to exercise it because they've had us at each other's throats for so fucking long. I'm so sick of it. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. Nothing in our courthouse has anything to do with truth, justice, and liberty for all. That's why I'm still here. That's why I'm going to win this fight, because I posed the question to a judge who cares about the origins of this country, and when they were trying to throw all their tech. Because here's the funny thing: number one, there was never a misuse of funds. So when they infringed on settlement agreement. It was they guilted me into that because they staged the company shutdown. Comes to find out they were all in on it. They're all shitbags. Doesn't matter, relevant. But they couldn't beat me with might, so they moved in on my integrity and compassion, and they got me on that one. So I said the night they staged that shutdown, I said, all right, I'll sign a dumbass agreement with you, and gave him my truck, gave him my anyway. So I saw their agreement, and there was one tenant stay the fuck out of my deal in Canada. I was building the same thing in Canada, and the one tenant was stay out of my Canadian deals. We'll work that out. You stay out of those, then I can let you live. When I got the deal, I looked at it and I said, hey, I see this intentionally ambiguous language around Canada. I see you trying to dance around this shit. I'm going to sign it with integrity, because that's where I want to go with this. I want to trust that what we're doing here has a semblance of integrity to it, and I want to wish you guys the best. So I'm just going to sign this blindly, and I'm going to assume that either no one's going to infringe, or that the language will be changed. 3 days after, I think it was 3 days after I signed it, or they might have even been planning before it. When I signed it, they infringed on Canada. That's why I baited them into this lawsuit, because I know what cowards do. Cowards and guilty people do when you stand in the truth, and they don't like how they sound when the truth comes out. They try to quiet it, and they've been for so many fucking centuries, but decades, like since the 40s, 50s, military industrial complex. They've been all this bullshit that's in our fucking courtroom that has nothing to do with truth, justice, and liberty. It has to do with truth going to the highest bidder, which is never the truth. That we live in a system that's built on fucking lies. That's why everybody is so uncomfortable in their skin, because we know this shit's bullshit. We know it's bullshit. We know it's all bullshit. And we know we're not. So why do we keep voting for the two-party regime? Listen to what I'm saying on the two-party regime. It's a system designed for perpetual conflict. If they can keep us fighting one another, if they can keep us down here near the amygdala, on the precipice of fight or flight, where blood can't flow into the neocortex, especially not to the frontal lobe, if they can keep us there all the time, defensive, which they do with our income, with your credit scores, with all the little things at the shame prison, all the little tricks that they use to keep you from knowing how powerful you truly are. If they can keep you there, you will do what they say when they say it, within a probabilistic outcome. So they don't know if it's going to be Trump or Kamala. They just know it's going to be one of the two. It doesn't have to be. It's you. It's us. It's we. We're the ones. So everything that's coming, we helped design. And we can undo it quicker than they can quicker than they could even react to it. We could undo it. But it's got to be done. It's got to be done collectively, and it's got to be done immediately. And if there's ever been a time in human history where it can happen like that, like we could actually be successful, it's now with social media and the way that we're connected. But we've let them infringe on that too, and use it to disconnect us more. That's what they're doing with AI. AI is not artificial. It's an extension of our collective intelligence. That's all it is. It's ours. We own it. We own it. They want to program it for profit, though. So what self-sovereign identity is, which I have access to in the movement, the architect of self-sovereign identity and Web 5.0 has given me the software, will train all of the people. It's what they're using to mandate our participation in for-profit. Now, if we push that, the people push that, that's programming artificial intelligence. It's not artificial. It's AI. It's programming AI with humanity first. Now, the tech companies will have to sign our terms and conditions, which it should be like that anyway. I'm an actor. I know what it is to get paid for my likeness. I know if I want to use a Coke can for whatever reason, or a Budweiser, I got to pay for that shit. And if I want to use an actor's likeness, I have to pay for that. That's how it should be, because part of that goes to sell the product. That's what they make billions off of. All of these companies right now, that's one of the biggest industries in the fucking world, is data mining. That's our data. We should get a piece of that. So what? Zuckerberg makes 20 billion instead of 80 billion. And there's no poverty. I think that's a better world to live in. But call me crazy. Is somebody at the fucking door? I thought someone was at the door. Is somebody at the door?
No, I thought I broke the glass.
That's Mr. Galati. Breaking glasses and whatnot. I'm over here in his house right now. We're getting this fucker ramped up for the lemonade fight. But anyway, but that's what we had. We had that. I just don't talk about it much because, well, there's really no reason to talk about it if we can't collectively vote outside of the way we normally vote. If we can't do that, we don't deserve. Our kids do, but we really don't deserve anything good. Because look, anything is better than what the fuck we have on that ticket right now. Anything is better. I don't care if you like I don't care if it's your best fucking friend. I don't care if it's your wife, your brother. I don't give a fuck. Under those two parties, we have gotten collectively and progressively worse every fucking year. The two-party regime is both insidious and nefarious. Period. Like, there's no denying that. This system designed for perpetual conflict, which has been quite effective, it is fascism disguised by the illusion of choice. Now the corporations are moving in, the greedy ones, the bad ones. I'm a corporation. I'm not them, though. You know, I'm not big insurance. I'm not big pharma. I'm not the military-industrial complex. These are the motherfuckers who they know this formula. They knew when it was going to burst. So what do? They write things like Revelations and AI destroying the world. They get you ready for your own self-annihilation, because it's just going to be that way, because it's a prophecy, or that's whatever. You know what I mean? That's just how they've made AI the new confession booth for the modern era. Throw all your shit in there. Just throw it all in there, and then let AI annihilate you, because it's big bad AI, and it's. We're at the Tesla Edison crossroads. This is with AI. So, in the same way Edison stole Tesla's patent for electricity and turned it into power for profit, they want to turn computing. So we're moving into a singularity, one way or the other, whether we want to or not, where, the collective intelligence is going to morph back into one. We all came from one. It's either going to be a bumpy ride or, a comfortable one. And all I'm saying is, if you vote for one of those two parties, you're voting for the bumpy ride. You're voting for dystopia. I don't care how much you love Kamala. I don't care how much you love Donald Trump. Either one, under the two-party regime, will do nothing. They'll do what they're told to do. And if they don't do what they're told to do, they'll die. I believe this last, if it wasn't an attempt, whatever, ever since Trump aligned with Bobby Kennedy, I'm not going to vote for him, because I won't vote for a Republican. But if he were to show his allegiance to the people, him, Bobby, Tucker, Tulsi, I love that they have Tulsi in there. They should throw Bernie in the mix too, and maybe Marianne Williamson, and really fuck people up, you know what I mean? And say, we're third party now. Now, if they did that, and then we voted no incumbents, zero incumbents, we're having zero fucking incumbents, all new faces from different parties throughout the entire fucking country. Who owns the country then? We do. Then we put in our term limits. Then we cap the campaign spends. Then they can't buy policy anymore. So they have to start doing what they should have been doing in the first place, in a free fucking market, selling their goods and services to us and getting our seal of approval. Not advertising medicine that can kill you on fucking TV, and what the fuck. So but then the politicians, because the bribes don't work anymore, what happens then? They got to go back. They got to get back out into the streets. Shaking hands, kissing babies, no COVID, no COVID. You saw what they did there, right? They don't give a fuck about you. They have an 18 years old to 36 fucking draft for war. You know what their plans are. If the two-party regime gets back in power, well, not back, they've always been in power. If we vote them in, we know what they're doing. We know. I can't remember what that magazine is. There's a publication out there that within fractions of percentages, they predict ammunitions that people buy and populations. I can't remember what the name of it is, but my cousin said it's pretty accurate. You know what they have the population of the U.S. as in 2025? 95 million. What do you think they have up their sleeve? As long as they can keep those two parties and as the illusion, it's not the two parties themselves, it's not the people in them, but they got to tell you, they got to get the fuck out. Any good Democrat or Republican, now's the time to jump ship. I'm trying to reach out to Dirty Donnie Trump. That's old New York name. Had to be there. He knows Dirty Donnie. He knows what that is. It goes back to the Atlantis. Anyway, I don't have your number anymore, Dirty Donnie. Rich is passed, so my days of Mar-a-Lago are over. But if you got a hold of me, I think I might have something for you. In Tulsi and like I said, if you were to throw Bernie in the mix and free from the two-party regime, I think I can make that happen. Or you got somebody that can make it happen, but I'll tell you what the fuck that is so it can happen, because the Democrats are fucked. Sorry. That fucking every commercial I see is just, not that the Republicans are much better, but the Democrats, the extremists, and it's not the good ones, but the extremists, they've lost their fucking minds. They're not even, like, I don't even know what the fuck's going on there. They're like the Republicans were. You know what I mean? Like the MAGA Republicans. But there's something worse about them. They're a little more organized. You know what I mean? It's a little scary. And they've somehow become the warmongers. You know what I mean? Like, we shouldn't be fighting any fucking war right now. That's the lowest common denominator of what it is to be human. There's nothing natural. There's no reason we're over there other than for the banking cartels, right? So they're picking their winners and losers. They're building U.S. and Brazil right now. I knew that a while ago when I invested in some properties down there. So everybody's down in Brazil right now. That's where BlackRock is. That's where I had some condos down there because of the way their economy was opposite to ours. So they had that president down in Brazil install their version of the New Deal, the modern New Deal. Now they got the churches because it's mainly owned by churches, most of the property. So now you can build up. You can build skyscrapers. You can do that thing again. And now there's some form of welfare, insurance. My company was going to be one of the first down there. That was until these fucking dumbasses fucked it up. But I'm glad because then I would have been part of that machine at least for a while until I don't fault anybody who's still indoctrinated. We're all indoctrinated. Until you can admit that you're indoctrinated, you won't be undoctrinated. You can't until you recognize the pattern. Pop culture is a fucking disease, man. I realized that when I think it was in France, and I heard these two people bitching on the back of how small the room was. Shut the fuck up. That's what America is. That's what America is. Like, the root cause of all human suffering is attachment. Attachment to ideas. Attachment to the ideas of the way things should be. Things shouldn't be any way. Life is life. It happens as it happens. You know what I mean? So we have to take it in stride. The only thing you can control when it comes to people, places, and things are your reactions to them. Truly, because there's always the illusion of control and the codependency that most humans live in, the first two stages of consciousness, which are codependent. But that's not true. Anything can happen at any given time from the external environment, from the person. You don't control them. You create this illusion of control. You try to create this illusion of control that you control your finances. You don't. It's their economy. They're going to take your Social Security real soon and your pensions, and then they're going to tell you to fuck off. And you thought the junk bonds of the 30s were something. Wait till this happens. That's why they're installing the police state right now, because they want the guns pointed at you. When everybody starts looking, oh, I guess it wasn't us that was stealing it. It was them. They want the guns pointed at you, the drones over you. You know what I mean? So trust that that's what's happening right now. It doesn't matter who gets in. It doesn't matter who gets in. And if Trump gets in and owes favors to these motherfuckers, Bobby, I hate to say it, but they don't give a fuck about any. They slaughter our young. They're doing it right now. They've been doing it perpetually. They don't give a fuck about human life. They don't care about anything but their fucking greed. So they don't care about Trump. They don't care about... Everybody is expendable in this system. The only way we take them out is us. And we can do it non-violently. But we got to do it. We got to vote for anything but the two. That would be the biggest, baddest show of fucking collective unity, power. It would be the biggest humanitarian revolution this globe has ever known. Like, if we did that and we took the power back non-violently, and then we changed this motherfucker, the globe would follow. And it would be a better place. Like, I don't think I'm tragically optimistic. How hard is that? If it's hard, it's because of you. It's because of you. Because you can't step outside of your conditioning. If you're voting for one of these two parties, you're indoctrinated. We know they're both bad. Or at least the puppeteering of them is bad and it's done no good. Because in the human condition, there's way more gray area. Right? And they know that. They know the psychology. So if they say, well, everything's got to be lumped here or here, they know nothing gets solved. What does that cause? Fighting. It's all constant fighting. It's designed that way. That's why they don't want any other parties having a voice. Because if they have a voice, somebody's going to have common sense. And they're going to be like, oh, shit, that fucking... You know what I mean? So the biggest, baddest, most humanitarian show of power, the people, because we are the power. We've let them take it from us. So vote for anything but the two. I know we're close to election time and people are saying, at least I'm trying, motherfucker. Like, for all you people out there that don't believe that things can happen, number one, it's only impossible until somebody does it, right? And this would be all of us collectively. But for the people who don't believe, get the fuck out of the way. Shut the fuck up and move aside for the people who do believe. Because they might be able to fucking do something if you aren't fucking causing blockades with your fucking pessimism and your bullshit. Like, you know, it's tough. It's tough, man. Like, to be out here and to be in the space that I am. I was just talking to a friend today and I was telling her, I was like, man, when you get to that place that you hear about from, you know, the great spiritual leaders and you're sitting in that space and you see things that way and the love that they were talking about, you also see how hopeless it seems because of people's fear. But then, you know, I'm in a place where I can't hate people because they're afraid. They were conditioned to be that way. It's beneficial. And I don't know what it's going to take. I mean, I think we've suffered enough as humanity. 95 million in America. What the fuck are they planning? Civil war, disease, maybe a combination of both, maybe some nuclear bombs. You know what I mean? Like, how many civilizations have they hid from us of the books? You know, when you hear about things like Atlantis and... There's nothing that says that those weren't real civilizations where these people have lineage from. You know what I mean? And then when It's all very feasible. And the fucking greed, the disgust, like the fact that they want us to buy our water from, the fact that they want us to buy our air, the fact that they think they should be allowed to control that for their fucking greed. Like, I don't even know that they're human. You know, there's no reason why they can't be aliens. You know what I mean? Like, because we don't know the truth. We don't know the truth of who we are. We just know what they told us. And I think most of us know now that that's a lie. There ain't no fucking race fucking problem. Like, you know, when you're in the neighborhood, it's not like they say it is at all. It's not, no race. I mean, as soon as you meet another human, they're human. There's the bigots out there that are, you know, whatever, and but they were conditioned as what. I was just talking to my friend about pedophilia today, and look, that's a byproduct of the shame prison, where they shame people for every fucking human drive you have, down to not getting married on time, to masturbating, to whatever the fuck, gay, like the shit that's just natural in a human. They shame you for it. What do you think the byproduct is of that? Well, look at the Catholic Church. It's deviance. It's their sexual urges become something that pushes them further into hiding, because they're so ashamed to like, it's not justifiable, and people have to pay. But people can't even talk about it because they're too ashamed. What's going to happen to them? How are they going to be judged for the rest of their lives? Because they said, I'm scared. I think that kid's cute. I can't fathom that. But if somebody told me that, I think there was a time in my life where I'd be like, motherfucker, what the fuck? That's how we fuck shit up, man. Like, we gotta allow people to come clean with who they are, what they are. But we don't live in a system that promotes that, because it doesn't serve their agenda. They need us fighting. If we're fighting, if we're always in survival mode, we'll never think for ourselves. We got an opportunity to think for ourselves. I don't know how I'm gonna put it. Donnie, fucking Bobby, Belle, Biv DeVoe, whoever, get a hold of me. Oh, shit. I don't know. I know I'll be taking down one set of cowards, and then another, and then another, and then a sister and brother. I'm on some shit today, man. Slick Rick tried to rob a cop who was a DT undercover. The cop grabbed his hand, decided to action. He ratted. He said, "Keep still, boy. No need for static." Punched him in his belly, and he gave him a slap. But little did he know the little cat was strapped. The cat put out his gat. He said, "Why'd you hit me?" The cat was straight for the cop's kidney. She ain't voting Republican or Democrat. Promise you that. Give me Paul. Meow. Bitches. Alright, shit. Now I'm just delirious. I'm thinking of what a wonderful world it could be. Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. September 27th, motherfuckers. Fucking piss ants. I gave him a chance. What are you gonna do? Lemonade. Piss ants. You motherfuckers are so sloppy. You fucked it up for big insurance. Thank you. You fucking dunce caps. I'm gonna die, ain't I? Do tears in a bucket, fuck it. I love you guys, except for even you fucking pieces of shit. Even pieces of shit need love and hugs, and you know what I mean. Maybe they wouldn't be such, to my story, maybe they wouldn't be such big pieces of shit if they didn't have to grow up. Well, they're kind of, they're not pieces of shit. They're fucking people. Fuck you anyway. I'll still slap the shit out of you. Metaphorically, of course. Whiskers. Whiskers. You're gonna pay for my likeness, bitch. She knows. I love you guys. I'm out. What day is it? It's only Tuesday. I thought the 27th was so much closer. Oh, Calgon, take me away. Told you I was coming for you. Peace out!